Hi there, welcome to the Fast Track Digital Marketing Strategy. This is episode 1 of very many other episodes that we're going to be running for the Fast Track Digital Marketing Strategy. We shall be diving deep into how to develop a digital marketing strategy. So one, we're going to have an introduction to what the landscape looks like, the digital marketing landscape. We're going to look at the digital marketing strategy and go in depth as we go along. So join me, let's dig in. So what is digital marketing? Digital marketing is a form of marketing where we get to use different digital marketing technologies and online tools, right? So as opposed to TV, billboards, flyers, newspapers, and basically any form of print advertising, that is traditional marketing. So with digital marketing, we're using everything digital, technological, and online. That's how I can put it. So the two words, I usually break the words into two, digital and marketing. So digital marketing is not a size fits all. So as we go into developing a digital marketing strategy, it's very important that as a business, as a digital marketer, that you know if the brand or the business needs to go digital. It's very important that you get to know the layers why you should go digital. So digital is not a one size fits all solution. You need to know why should we go digital? Why are we going digital? All these things will get to feed into the bigger objectives of the digital marketing strategy. What are some of the disciplines and sort of the layers for digital marketing? So we have search engine marketing, search engine optimization, social media marketing, email marketing, content marketing, mobile marketing, web design and user experience. But the key thing here to note is that social media marketing is one of the disciplines or one of the components of digital marketing. One of the things learners and participants get to confuse is digital marketing and social media marketing. So social media marketing is under the big umbrella, which is digital marketing. It's very keen that you get to know the difference of those two. What are some of the benefits? I break these benefits into two. There are very many benefits around digital marketing, but the very most important one and the crucial ones are two. One, as opposed to that billboard or that newspaper ad, you can actually know who you're speaking to. You can know the time. You can measure after they have seen a piece of ad. So after people have seen a piece of ad in a newspaper, which is traditional marketing, you can't know who was seen. You can't know their ages. You can't know if they're from Kenya. You can't know if they're from Wakiso. You can't know if they're female. You can't know if they're male. When it comes to digital marketing, everything in digital can be measured. You can be able to measure the results. These results eventually they can inform your strategy. You can be able to reach a certain set of people with your strategy. Again, we're going to dive into the customer persona, buyer persona, almost the same thing. Buyer persona, customer persona, the targeted audience, which brings us to reaching the right people at the right time. You can deploy an ad at a certain period of time because you have studied the analytics and the measurable results to know that 8 p.m. works or 3 p.m. works, or this platform works for young people between 18 to 24. That's why digital is very, very, very powerful with these two major benefits. Let's look at the landscape. The landscape is what's going on in digital. What are some of the things you need to watch out for? So one of the things you need to watch out for in digital is ephemeral content. So ephemeral content is content that disappears within a specific period of time, usually 24 hours. So ephemeral content can't be ignored anymore. Users now consider every single moment in their daily life to be glorified and added into a narrative of ephemeral content. So ephemeral content is things like statuses, stories on Facebook. We have stories on Messenger, we have stories on Facebook, we have on IG. Twitter is also trying to go into ephemeral content with content that disappears within a certain period of time. I think they'll be launching something like this in the next maybe coming months, possibly this year. The other thing that is so important again is stories, which fall into ephemeral content. This is Facebook trying to tell us something. Stories are growing 15 times faster than feeds. We all know the feeds, the news feeds where you get to scroll through your Twitter, through your normal news feeds, through your Facebook, but we're talking about stories. So here Facebook was telling us that stories are growing 15 times. Those ephemeral pieces of content are growing 15 times than the feeds. So if you're in the business of doing digital marketing for a business or a brand, you need to watch out, because they're telling us behavior must evolve. So you need to have ephemeral content as one of your content formats as you deploy for any business or for any brand. Or if you're a business, you need to think of ephemeral content. Those are stories, statuses, and things like that. People's attention spans are short. So this is something that has been actually tested, especially for people that are Generation Z. Generation Z and millennials, their attention span is so short. And the way they like to consume content has also changed. We have talked about behavior evolving. This is why content formats like stories have become very popular. They are short, they're engaging, they're addictive, in a way that people can spend hours scrolling through one story after another. So it's very important as a business owner, as a digital marketer, to actually, in your content strategy, which we're going to break up in one of the episodes we're going to have for the first digital marketing strategy, content strategy, that you have one of the content formats as ephemeral content. Stories are not slowing down. As you can see here, there are a couple of brands as I give you here as examples. They're trying to sell products, and the way they're selling products, some are actually using polls. Do you need to swipe? So let's try and go back to that particular slide. So you can see here some are using polls. Do you need to, is it a need? Do you need to swipe? You can see they're trying to transact businesses using stories, ephemeral content. So it's super important that as behaviors around social and digital evolve, businesses and digital marketers evolve along the way. Again, we're looking at the digital landscape. Let's look at a graph here that talks about Instagram stories. In October 2016, there were just 100 stories being viewed on Instagram stories. Today, there are over 500. This was in January 2019. The numbers have doubled in terms of stories that are viewed daily on Instagram stories. This is an indicator that should be very clear for a digital marketer and a business owner on how they need to treat ephemeral content. Okay, as we go along in the digital landscape, you need to rethink which platforms, especially social platforms, that deserve your attention. You can't be on 10 social platforms. You can't be on 10 assets, right? It needs to be clear. Do you need a website? Do you need an app? Do you need to be on Facebook? Do you need to be on Pinterest? Do you need to be TikTok? Do you need to be on Twitter? Do you need to be on LinkedIn? You need to rethink which social platforms deserve your attention as a business. As a digital marketer, you need to think through, as you study the business, which platform the brand needs to pay more attention to. So Facebook and Instagram have long dominated social media as the largest and most powerful platforms. However, in recent years, several other niche social media platforms have not only emerged, but they have significantly risen to fame. And one of those is TikTok. TikTok right now is jumping to record numbers of people. Even in Uganda, very many young people, youth, are interacting around TikTok. So TikTok is one of such platforms that started in 2016 and immediately gained popularity among the youth. Business-to-business companies prefer LinkedIn for their social media initiative, while the gaming community now prefers Twitch. You need to go look at Twitch. You need to go look at LinkedIn. You need to now go look at TikTok. There are several such alternative social media platforms that are gaining popularity and will continue doing for this 2020 and beyond. So you need to think, as a business owner, as a digital marketer trying to do digital, for an SMB, a small business, or for a bigger brand, you need to rethink which channels deserve attention. You can see here with this graph, with Facebook and YouTube being on top in terms of the biggest channels with active and daily active users on the internet. You can see WhatsApp, which is a messaging app, on number 3. You can see Facebook Messenger, which made a couple of tweaks to the app a couple of months ago. Now you can be able to do a couple of things with your Facebook Messenger. You can change it to dark mode. Even Facebook can be changed to dark mode. WhatsApp can also be changed to dark mode, and a couple of other changes. WeChat, which is very popular in Asia, Instagram. So the platforms are really becoming big. Let's look at social commerce. So social commerce is also going to expand. Social platforms like Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook have long been used as channels to sell. So brands like to sell their products, and very many businesses sell their products on social media. So social commerce has become a new retail avenue for brands, and this trend is only going to become stronger. So as you go along, you need to position your brand as or business as one that can actually be able to take advantage of social commerce when it hits, which is already hitting on some of the platforms like Instagram, as I'll show you as we go ahead. As we go ahead, so Facebook recently rolled out personalized ads. Personalized ad experiences where someone can actually come and buy a product. And they're dynamic. They have moving images and you can interact with them. They have a Corosso collection where they can show you up to maybe 10 to a number of products that you can scroll through and say, I want to buy a pair of shoes, t-shirts, bags, or I want to buy a different sort of beverage product or whatever the brand of business is selling. They also have calls to action, sign up, download, and all those. So these are changing the game when it comes to social commerce. So followers can now also use the Instagram shopping platform. I don't know if you've already seen this. It has rolled out in some of the markets, especially in America and some parts of Europe. I don't know, I haven't seen this in Uganda as yet, but this is also going to roll out. It's an icon that lets you shop on Instagram. So social commerce is on its way to becoming a mainstream channel. So brands need to be alert when they're building their social media presence on Facebook, on Instagram, especially those two. I know this is also going to roll out on other platforms like LinkedIn and possibly Twitter. Okay, let's now look at video content. So video content continues to become big and blossom. So long short format video has always dominated, but video can never be ignored, especially for YouTube. You can create long short videos. So that's why this is on my list for the digital marketing landscape on key things you need to watch out. So video is always powerful. If you don't have video in your arsenal, I know video for some brands is quite expensive in terms of equipment, writing scripts, and knowing which kind of videos to shoot. It's very important that early on you get to know on how to leverage on video content. Of course, TikTok also runs on videos. TikTok is heavy on video, very powerful on video. Again, I told you to go out. I told you that you go out and check out TikTok. It's becoming very popular, even here in Uganda. You need to check out. We're waiting to see how brands are actually going to leverage in terms of content creation and curation on TikTok. If you're not currently creating videos, it's time that you include it in your content strategy. Along the way, we're going to help you dive into content strategy in one of our episodes. In the near future, videos will dominate on social and digital. Anyone who doesn't realize that video is big will have a tough time coping when it comes to digital. So that's how the landscape looks like. So it's very important that brands cannot sleep on video anymore. Brands cannot sleep on video anymore. It's very important that in your arsenal and different tactics you have for your content strategy and for your wider digital marketing strategy, you think of video. Let's look at influencers. Influencers will continue to become big moving forward. The only big change is going to be on how brands get to interact with influencers. Influencers are not going anywhere when it comes to 2020. Brands rightfully are looking at influencer relationships with a sense of scrutiny moving forward. There's been a marked decline in trust and engagement from big